Yo, what's going on people? Welcome back to a brand new video. So today we're out here with Aaron with his Mark 4 Golf R32 Supercharged. It's running 405 brake horsepower. This one looks like an absolute savage. So let's get into the video.
I don't have the time, bro, I don't wear a watch. I'ma move regardless, just like the clock. Been around here before, I've been on this block. 25 to life bit, I live on this rock. Planet Mars, dog, my planet raw. Took trips and landed far. Took hits I can't ignore. My chest got a black hole. I dealt with a black crow. White dove, a black soul. Wipe off my past clothes. I try to get away from it, not trying to let the vapors in. Time fly when you wasting it. Fast life, I was racing.
Right, so we're here with Aaron. Nice one for coming on, mate.
Nice to be here.
If you just want to tell us a bit about the car, the build, what you got going off with the car.
Yeah, right, this is my 2003 Mark 4 R32. It's been supercharged, it's doing about 405 horsepower. It's had fuel pump, head spacer, injectors, custom exhaust manifolds, decat, you know, 3-inch almost straight through exhaust.
Yeah. Sounds fairly loud as well, doesn't it? I just heard it on the way in.
It's a bit beefy. I've had to put loads of extra soundproofing in the doors and rear quarters just to deaden it down a bit so I can actually hear the music when I've got the radio on. But you know, the exhaust is music enough normally.
Yeah. What about brakes and suspension? What are you running on this?
It's got all black poly bushes, the whole car, so it's pretty stiff. Every time you hit a stone it feels like you've gone down the Grand Canyon. It's got BC Racing coilovers, brakes. It's got some Porsche Brembos off a 911 turbo.
Yeah, they're looking quite big as well, aren't they?
They're 4 pots, 334mm discs on the front and 312s on the back, I think they are.
You've got quite a bit of carbon going off on the outside of the car as well, haven't you?
Yeah. That was already on it when I got it. It's got Sebon carbon bonnet and wings, so it looks amazing when they're all waxed up. But in the winter they look a bit grey and miserable. But you know, it'll be sun
in the sunshine. It'll look good. Right, so let's go for a drive then and let's see what it's got.
Right, left or right here, mate?
Go right, mate.
Building this thing for a year, and last thing I want to do is stick it in a hedge before we even get to summer. I nearly fucking wrote it off the day I bought it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know where we are now.
Yeah.
I came up here like to have a bit of a play around a few weeks ago up here.
What's it like on fuel? Is it
terrible?
Is it?
Yeah.
Very thirsty.
Yes. For a full tank of V-Power, I'll get about 300 miles.
Yeah.
That's, you know, and it's a 65-litre tank. I couldn't daily this, fucking hell, the amount of fuel it gets.
What drawn you towards one of these then? You always wanted one, or?
Yeah, I've had Mark 4s for 10 years now. I started off with the 1.4.
Yeah.
I had a 1.8 turbo briefly, but that was knackered, so I got rid of that. And then I had the 4Motion, and now I've got this.
Yeah.
And so I know quite a lot about Mark 4s, and you know, stick with what you know.
Yeah. Do you work on them yourself, or do you?
Yeah. But I've had a lot of professional work done on this, because like stuff like making new pulleys for the supercharger and stuff. It's stuff I just don't know about. Like.
Yeah.
But I'll do basic servicing and stuff. I've changed the all-wheel drive controller to this for a HPA blue one that makes the back wheels kick in a bit earlier.
Okay,
so
yeah.
There was always a bit of hesitation with the standard one if you're pulling off the line, because it doesn't kick in the back wheels till the front wheels wheels start to slip, which the blue one I've changed it to, it predicts when the wheels are going to let go, so you're already in four-wheel drive by the time you need it. That's really handy.
Yeah, that's clever, to be fair. I didn't even know that was a thing, to be honest.
Yeah, it's I mean, the blue one that I've got, they're quite rare to find. They're about 10 years old now, but you can get, there's a newer version of it with a little touch screen and stuff.
Phone's gone.
With the four-wheel drive, it never wheel spins.
It's different, isn't it? In a four-wheel drive car, you feel like you're getting pushed rather than pulled, don't you? It's a completely different sensation. What do you do for work then? What do you do to fund it?
I'm an engineer for Rolls-Royce.
Okay.
I do electronics engineering, but I've got my own engineering company as well.
Right.
Which is the gold badge on the back, Roadworks.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. I was going to ask you about that.
I design different little engineering bits and get them made. And my plan was to supercharge the 4Motion that my dad's now got.
Yeah.
So I did all the research, I knew all the websites, knew everything that I needed to do, all the parts and everything.
Yeah.
But because it started to fall apart from daily driving it, I never got around to doing it. And I knew it was going to cost about 5 or 6 grand or so. And then I got into a position where I was like, right, am I going to fix the 4Motion or do something else? And the same day I saw this on for sale on eBay, and the parts list was literally exactly what I was going to do. Yeah, so I jumped on it.
Yeah, don't blame you. It's nice for a weekend car, but it's not something you want to be in first thing in the morning when you just drag yourself out of bed.
No, get the neighbours looking out the window at me. Because they don't make them like this anymore, you know.
No. Cars nowadays aren't the same, are they?
It's just a 2-litre turbo these days for the Golf R. You know, this is a supercharged 4-wheel drive 3.2-litre VR6.
Yeah, they're just.
You know, it's absolutely like melt your face off. You know.
Yeah, they're just dropping the engine sizes right down, aren't they? It's all about economical now, isn't it?
It's the problem with project cars. You put so much into them. When you actually do start driving it, you're very much aware of how much it will cost you, and you know what it'll mean if you do have a little bump. That's how, you know, a decent car should be treated, though, isn't it? You know, when you've put work into it, you respect it.
Yeah, that's it.
There's always a little bit of fear when I'm driving this, and that's the sign really that you've got the right car, because you don't feel bored. Anybody in a modern Golf R or a Subaru or in anything, they always chase you in this, and they know what an R32 is. Everybody knows what an R32 is. It's the amount of people it catches out, because obviously they're not expecting it to have like 400 horses and supercharged. Even if they know roughly, like the standard R32 is like 240 brake, and this has got nearly double that. So it'll go to pass you on a dual carriageway or something, you just plant it, like leave them for dust, you know.
Proper puts you in your seat.
Yeah, that's where it likes to be. Once you get above 4,000 RPM, that's when, because the supercharger, it's not like a turbo where you just get on boost. The supercharger is linear.
The supercharger is just, it performs like a naturally aspirated car, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah. There's not the massive boost spikes and stuff.
No.
boost to make it really like it jump up. The current setup, it maxes out at 10 psi, so it's not a huge amount, you know. When you talk about
low,
yeah, exactly. But
when you compare it to a turbo,
but you got to think you're feeding 10 psi into a 3.2 litre engine with 6 cylinders, so it makes a huge difference, really.
Definitely.
People that turbo these, you go like 550, 600 horsepower easy, but then you have to start doing internal work.
Gets a bit more costly.
Oh, a lot more.
You got many more plans for the car then, or you got it to where you want it to be now? Or?
There's potential for more power, but until I'm more comfortable driving it, I'm definitely not going anymore. Rushworth Performance down Birmingham way. They've said they could reduce the supercharger pulley by about 25%. It'd probably get me closer to 500 horsepower.
Oh really?
But it'd be a lot more to handle. You know?
Yeah, stay in your comfort zone for a bit, get used to how it is, and then.
Yeah, I just want to like make it look a bit more presentable. You've not seen the engine yet, but I want to get the rocker cover like either polished or dipped or something, because you know, people expect this car with a carbon bonnet. You think you're going to lift the bonnet and see some amazing show quality engine, but it's not quite as pretty as you'd expect. And you can't see the supercharger either. It's mounted at the bottom of the engine, dead low.
Okay, yeah.
So you know, you say it's supercharged, but you open the bonnet and first thing people look for is the supercharger.
Yeah, and they can't
you
see
can't
it.
see it. It's down in the wing, because it runs off the bottom crank off a second auxiliary belt. So that's unfortunate. There's nothing I can do about that. That's just how Roadtrek's superchargers go.
It's a shame that it's hidden away, isn't it?
Yeah, but
it is what it is.
The car's enough to look out with the bonnet shut, you know.
Yeah, it is very smart as it sits.
Some new wheels, because these ones have got the winter tyres on.
Yeah.
So getting some another wheel set with summer tyres on, so I can swap them around. Because with the adaptive four-wheel drive in this, having the right tyres on does make a huge difference. I've got Continental all-season contacts on at the minute, which are really good in the winter, but you can feel them kind of getting a bit woolly, if you know what I mean, when it's in the hot weather, because I was driving it in summer. You can feel in the corners the tyres aren't gripping as much as you'd want. It actually grips better in the winter with these tyres on, especially on dry roads like this, but once you get above 8 degrees, that's kind of the tipping point.
What sort of wheels are you going for? Same again with different tyres, or?
Very similar, yeah, because it's got the standard R32 OZ Aristos on.
Yeah.
I want to get some other.
Right, mate.
Yeah, I want to get some other OZ wheels. I'm kind of limited by the brakes.
Yeah, because fitting the big calipers in there in
Yeah,
the ditch.
absolutely, yeah. So I tried to get some other wheels last summer, and tried 2 different sets, and they wouldn't fit over the brakes.
Yeah, you don't really want to be shaving at your calipers or anything like that, do you?
No, I ended up trying to fit them with 30 mil spacer, but the tyres were sticking out the arches too far.
You don't even realise what speed it's doing either. For the weekend to do. I reckon you'll have a lot of fun on the track as well. It's definitely built for the track, like you say.
Yes, the guy that put it together originally in 2018, the next thing he was going to do was strip all the interior and go full track, fit a roll cage and stuff, but he stopped just short of that.
Is that something you're going to look at going? Or
Nah,
keeping it like that?
Look at this interior, it's beautiful.
Yeah, keep it original inside.
Heated leather coated tonight.
So that brings us to the end of the video. Nice one for bringing it on, Aaron.
My pleasure.
It's a bit of a weapon, this one is. Nice one for coming on. So
yeah,
if you did like the video, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll
It's
see you in
just
the next
like
video.
clock.
Sound.
Been around here before, I've been on this block. 25 to life, been I live on this rock. Planet Mars, dog, my planet raw. Took trips and landed far. Took hits I can't ignore. My chest got a black hole. I dealt with a black crow. White dove, a black soul. Wipe off my past cloak. I try to get away from it, not trying to let the vapors in. Time fly when you wasting it. Fast life, I was racing it.